Now then, well, it's been a while, hasn't it? About 11 months. I've been a busy bee. Anyway, let's get on to the title. So, as you can see, it's Let's Be Honest about GTA 6, and it's going to be part 2. I recently did a video back a year ago, I think, and it was a 2-minute short and sweet video, getting to the point. And in this, I'll try and be as quick as possible, getting to the point, and all I'm going to do is give you the facts alongside my predictions, but the facts, because there's a lot of people going on about insider information, this leaker, Barry's done another leak. I don't give a shit about Barry. I care about the facts, right? And I've got a lot of videos of GTA 6 in my recommended section, and it's just some of them are interesting, but some of them are just mind-bogglingly shit. Anyway, let's get into it. So these are my predictions. So for 2023 August, which is literally around the corner, I would like a teaser, or we get a teaser. September, we get a trailer. October, November, GTA 6 is released. Now, it could come out tomorrow and I look like an idiot, but this is literally just my prediction. 2024, June or July, teaser comes out. September trailer, October, November, GTA 6 is released. Now, the October and November bit, we can go back previously, and Rockstar games have come out in October and November period, probably because of the Christmas sales, which makes a lot of sense because they want a lot of money, and a lot of people would want it for Christmas, for like presents and stuff. Anyway, let's move on. So, 2022, we've all seen it, we've all heard it. Gameplay is leaked by a hacker. Now, about a 90-minute video this was, so that's 1 hour and 30 of pre-alpha content, believed to be from 2016, and I believe it was about 40 to 50% done. Now, what did we see from the gameplay? Now again, this is all factual, I've seen it with my own eyes, so there's no bullshit here. This is what was in the video. So, police cars, robbery, 2 characters, male and female. They're both called Lucia and... Fucking I don't actually know what the second person was, but Lucia and Marcel, I think. But for the time being, let's just call them male and female, because that could change. UI, user interface, the map, so I only saw bits of it, but it was vibrant countryside, definitely America, tropical, looks amazing. So that's all I got from that. Now, we've got weapons, pistol and shotgun, not much. If there is any other weapons, I didn't see them. New mechanics, crawling, but it was just a still image of the male character crawling. So that's interesting. So Rockstar response. So I'm not going to read all of it, but basically they're like, yeah, shit at the fan. Sorry about that. Stay tuned. That's basically it. But if you want to pause it, you can have a look at it. So, moving on. The timeline of making of GTA 6. Now again, I don't work in Rockstar. I have no idea of the timeline. It could be all bollocks. This is my prediction, right? Because I'd like to sort of give you an idea of how long it takes to make a game of this magnitude. And I'm also going off my experience of when I made games, how long it took me, what did I do at the beginning. And we were told by a specific tutor, how to sort of set your stall out. And he had a mate that worked in Rockstar North, which is in Leeds, and he then left, and his wife joined, and blah de blah. Now, we didn't hear anything about any Rockstar games. That was literally the tale of the story. So, let's quickly hop into this. So, this is going to be a bit long, but I'll try and breeze through it. So I've made sure to put my predictions. I've underlined it and made it bold so you all realise that it's just my prediction, right? I'm not saying any of this is true whatsoever. Right, so 2010 and 2011, they were brainstorming the ideas for GTA 6 before GTA 5 was released. So what they were thinking about was the area, the time period, and the assets. Now, when I was making a game with a small group, it took us 5 months to do a really basic game on a PC. So for these lot, 5 months is a week for them, right? So that they've got thousands of people working on it. I think it's about 2,000 employees, um, X amount of studios. So they're well prepared. Anyway, so with all this, they were thinking of the area. So where is it going to be? Is it going to be London? Is it going to be Paris? It's going to be America. That's a safe bet. Time period: past, present, future. I believe it's going to be present, modern day. And the assets, well, they're probably going to use them from RDR2, GTA5. So, 2013, GTA5 is released. So I believe that GTA6 is being made, and by now they have an understanding of where the game will take place, what time period, and where the story will be. So, what I believe is it'll take place in America, maybe Vice City, but we don't know. And it's definitely going to be modern, and it's definitely what do you call it? It's going to be very big, like the map scale. But again, I may be wrong. So, 2014, assets from GTA 5 are brought in to make a base. So, think of building a house, you have to put the base first, don't you? Coding has already begun, 3D modelers and artists have broken out their colouring books and made Picasso look like a noob. So, when I was making a game, the 3D modeler would say, right, to the artist, I want you to draw a police car, right? Because it was a police game that we made. He would drive? Fuck. He would draw the characters, so the police officer and the police car, and then he might draw some buildings, and like the office layout. And when the drawer has done that, the coder will be ready for the modeler to make the stuff, to then put it into the game, and then the coder would make it basically, make it all work together. So that's what I believe they've been doing in 2014. They've been coming together, and the modelers, the coders, and the artists have all been working together. 2015, they have a good idea of the main character models and other characters, so like police, AI, stuff like that, vehicles, and also buildings. They are work. They are working on the environment, and only a part of it. Sometimes, you'll find a bit of a spelling mistake and grammar mistake. English isn't great at times. So, this is a picture of the actual in-game image from the leaks that we got from the 90-minute video. And what you can see is it's pretty detailed. Now, that police car is actually from GTA 5. So when I was talking about assets being moved in, because let's say you work on a load of coding and stuff, and you need a police car, and you think, well, it'll just take less time just to import the asset rather than make a whole new police car. They'll make new police cars, don't get me wrong, but it's better to use an asset you already have than to waste time making a new one just for like maybe a certain period of time. So coming back to when I was making a game, the coder wanted to do a specific thing, and he had to, let's just say he had to use a box, for example. But instead of making a new box for that specific bit, he just used a box that was already in the game. He actually had a pile of crap, if you will, that he would use for various bits if he needed them. It was like I don't know, like a toolbox, if you will. And this is what they're doing. So they're going to be using police cars to sort of see how the code works. Anyway, so that's my prediction. Moving on, 2016. The game is probably 40 to 50% done. They're still adding assets, testing code, expanding on the map. Now, they might be more done, they might be less done, but I'm pretty sure that, what would take an indie company 5 months takes Rockstar weeks, maybe even days, right? They've got loads of people working on it. So, you know, if they're trying to test assets or code, they could just get that done quick time. So 2017, the 3D modelers are building the map and probably finished it 2017. So I do believe that the 3D modelers, the people that make the actual map, have just smashed it, right? They're just sat back, having a beer, thinking, nice one. And the vehicles are probably done too, so all the vehicles that you'll be using, and the coders are still testing the code, and also making sure that assets work in the game. You're going to see this a lot, right? Because the coders, the people that make sure that the code are working, they're constantly testing this. Because if they had just like one little slip up, it's game over. You've got like a month of code that just doesn't work. I remember when we were, again, making a game, or even just learning code, we used something called, oh fuck, I don't know, it's been too long now, but basically, um, you have to make sure that every capital letter, full stop, number, fucking colon is where it needs to be, or it just doesn't work. You could have done a week's worth of code, and then it just doesn't work. And you might be thinking, well, that's stupid. It is, but Rockstar have way advanced software to figure out bugs and stuff, whereas we were just using, I don't even know what we were using. What were we using? I don't know. Anyway, 2018, RDR2 is released. At this point, more resources are being moved into GTA6 because obviously before RDR2 was released, they were working quite heavily on that. So the process of GTA6 probably slowed down, at a time, and then picked up after RDR2 was released. So that means more workers and other studios started working on GTA6. Now, I'm pretty sure I heard that there's a new studio that came up in Scotland somewhere. So they're definitely working on GTA6. Moving on, 2019. GTA6 is 70% done. So we're getting there now. We're picking up speed. And basically putting everything together like a jigsaw puzzle. Everything's now connecting, all the dots connecting, everything's just coming together, and I believe the game is picking up speed. 2020, so they're doing quality testing, making sure the game runs fine, the UI is fine, and a bunch of other stuff. I believe that they got the voice actors at this time, because all it is just someone sat in a booth going blah 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 blah, and that's really easy just to put onto an actor, because when I was doing my game, I was thinking of adding acting, voice acting, I mean, but we just didn't have enough time. So the actual making of the games takes a lot of time, and the voice acting is a piece of piss. But with the whole like voice acting, we didn't get to do it, but we added a bit of music in, which that was easy. But with these, with Rockstar, they're masters at this, so I believe that they've got all the voice acting done pretty soon. So 2021, 90% done. We're picking up speed now. We're getting quite higher to that 100% done. Again, more quality testing, UI testing. I believe the story multiplayer's done by now. It's just a waiting game, really. So 2022, GTA6, bang. They've reached that 100% marker. They're doing a full test of everything in the game, making sure it's working. If something isn't working, they fix it, obviously. They begin talks on how they'll release the game. So they'll start making posters, making trailers, and they'll just start, bumping up that production line, shall we say. Then 2023, 10 years has passed. It'll be the 10th year of GTA 5, which is mental. It's just mental. The posters are ready, the chairs are ready. GTA 6 is sat and ready in a storage container somewhere. The trailer drops, the internet crashes. Take-Two can't believe how much money they've made, and Rockstar becomes gaming legends, gaming gods even. So that's my prediction of the entire timeline of the making of GTA 6. But let's be honest, we don't know anything, right? We don't know how long it's taken them. We don't know how long it's going to take them to release it. it's all speculation. We have obviously seen, you know, leaked gameplay by a hacker, and Rockstar have responded to it, but they're still silent. So it will come out in this year or next year. When, I don't know. um, but anything more than 2024 is just not going to happen, because that'd be stupid. I mean, I've been hearing talks that, GTA 5 in September will be 10 years old. And I think that's a fitting time to sort of go, you know what, lads and lasses, GTA 6 trailer. I mean, that, to me, I mean, I'm no businessman, but that would just be the sweet spot, the creme de la creme of releasing a trailer. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. I'd like to hear yours in the comments. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to comment any other suggestions about what I've spoke about, you can do. And subscribe. And I'll see you in 10 months. See you later. Ta-ra.